Rebecca. I'm so happy that you're here with me today, but I wanted to introduce people to Rebecca Lubart and Dynamic Body Pilates, which is right over on Union Square. Tell me how you got into Pilates.
I kind of have a couple different inroads into how I got into Pilates. One, I do think it's relevant to say that growing up, I had a mother who was morbidly obese. She hit 370 pounds by the time I was in high school. And because she was on that track, so to speak, she got me active very young in figure skating. I later moved into dance. And then that's where I had a major neck injury when I was in a dance rehearsal in college, and I fell backwards on my neck. And the long story short there is that I had, by the time I kept pushing through the pain, not only 4 herniated discs, but shooting nerve pain through my fingertips to the degree that I could not run up subway stairs as a 21-year-old, like I should have been able to, without it being excruciatingly painful. I couldn't open a refrigerator or lift a mug or even do my own hair without pain. And I was just in agony. And being that age, it was completely unacceptable to me that things were that way. And I literally had to learn to move from scratch. That is how Pilates, as I now use it, as I now engage with it and with our clients, use Pilates, is to make sure that I am stable, that I am mobile, that I am able to do all the things I want to. Because when I was just a kid in college dancing, I took some yoga and I took some Pilates, but I was an aggressive mover. I love to now dance, ice skate again. I just learned to snowboard, which I'm very proud of myself for. And so with Dynamic Body Pilates, what happened is once I started healing myself from my initial dance injury of the 4 herniated discs and shooting nerve pain, I went and got certified because I was so bad off that I was like, I'm never going to heal myself unless I know what my teachers know. And then when I started teaching, I understood how to work with people that had some type of limitation because I had been through that. That was then after a few years of doing that and working for other people, I started realizing I really enjoy working with a population that needs to understand how to literally rediscover mobility, fitness, and ease. And that was how Dynamic Body Pilates came to be. Having this business for over 10 years now, we've grown. We have a full team of practitioners. As you mentioned, you're working with one of my practitioners who's wonderful. And we really love engaging with clients that want to do this kind of work and all levels. It's not just somebody coming in that really has difficulty being mobile, although that is so super important to us, but also people that are athletic and want to remain that way. I mean, that's sort of the story of how DBP came to be.
How has the pandemic affected you and your business?
It's been really interesting. I mean, so again, because we've been in business so long, we have, as far as working with the clients, the majority of the clients that we had coming into the pandemic did switch to do remote sessions, even as they moved out of town, or even if they're working from home. And that has turned out to be really interesting and good for them too. So having those scheduled practice sessions has been really helpful. And I see clients have made progress over this time by keeping up with those sessions.
What are your hopes and dreams for, post-pandemic life for Dynamic Body Pilates and yourself?
I have always built my business by responding to client demand. Always taking care of clients and my team members too, and making sure that everybody is like happy and the business is working for them. The other thing that I've explored recently is I started in January an online group class for the very first time, because Dynamic Body Pilates has always been a one-on-one teaching studio. So I started a series called Restore and Renew, and we've been doing that each week. And that has been very fun to try and to have people come to. And that has been a donation-based class, which we have also been donating 100% of the proceeds to Food Bank for NYC. And so that's been something that shifted for me this year. I had that in the month of March on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. These are 30-minute classes, and we are going to do a different theme each week. And you can find more about that on our Instagram and Facebook. Like, if we can get more people engaged in small ways in taking better care of themselves, then they can feel better about themselves. And that perpetuates a positive cycle, a positive feedback loop of doing more things that benefit them.
I don't even remember when I started with you. It's been years now.
Maybe 5 or 6 years ago.
Gosh, wow, time flies.
That's been very rewarding for us to see because you have quite literally taken those lessons and skills and adapted and applied them to be able to do so much. I mean, your business has taken off also in the last years. And so somewhere there's that body business connection.
Well, I definitely agree. I think once I started taking care of myself, my business transformed into something truly amazing.
And I think there's something too about applying strategy, whether it's your body or your home and how you're going to organize any number of situations in it. It's like you have to look at what's happening, take an inventory, and then you have to apply a strategy addressing the various different aspects. For the body, it's like you're looking at flexibility being equal to strength so you can have your stability. You have to have that balance. Posture is the overall skeletal organization. So, how are these things intertwining? And that's something that, yeah, we all have bodies, but we're not all experienced in looking at those nooks and crannies. And like, that's why you work with somebody that understands all that. And that helps to set up that strategy so that you can then start to understand it better and make that shift. Similarly, how having somebody come in and look at what's going on in your home. Yeah, you live there, but the things that you are looking for when you go into somebody's home is very different. And so you see things and you can make those suggestions and apply that strategy so that that can be a non-chaotic kind of situation.
Well, thank you so much. I really hope that other people that see this, you know, look into dynamic body Pilates, and if they are feeling something or needing to make a shift inside their own self and their own body, or even in their own business, I hope that they reach out to you because you
Yeah,
really have made a huge impact on mine.
I'm so glad to hear that, and I really appreciate that. My like deep desire is to help get people into Pilates with us that would otherwise think that Pilates isn't for them. That's something you have to have a certain level of fitness to be able to do. And I want to work with the beginners.